Hi, hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to show you an option called mash, which will be useful for to repeat something, like if you want to create any staircase, or if you want to create something, walls, which is having repeated element. So this option will be helpful to do, because you know if you keep doing it manually, it will take lots of time, but this will save your time. So I'll just add one cube. So I'll open the scale. I'll just scale it a little more bigger, and I'll scale it like this one, and this one like this. Yeah. So this is done, right? Now I'll just what I'll do is, now I wanted something like kind of wall, kind of like this in a straight line. Okay. So to do that, there's something called mesh in the self. Okay, you can see a mesh. Go to the mesh. So now what you need to do is just click on this create mesh network. So once you do that, you will get something like this mesh network. Okay, understood, right? Now after that, on the next option, it's called mesh editor. Click this, it will open something like mesh editor. If you want, you can rename the editor name. Okay, or else you can keep it like that. Now I'll come to the mesh distribute. So on this distribute, you can see an option over here. Okay, so right now there's a number of points, that is 10. That is this cubes or the rectangles which I added. So right now it's having 10. So if you want to increase, you can increase it like this, but I'm increasing, but I'm not able to see the thing, because if you have to play with these values. So let us play. See, okay, the distance is good. So you can see in the y axis I'm doing this is the distance, and offset is it, z offset, you can check here, right? And scale, how much scale that you want, you can keep the scale like this. Okay, so you can move the offset like this, right? So, and if you want to decrease, you can decrease it. Done. So like this you can play with these values. So let me give much more distance, then I'll increase some values over here, right? So you can see over here, right? Like this. So you can also rotate with this. There's a rotation option. You can rotate with the x-axis. Look, like it will become a twister, right? So in the y-axis you can rotate it. It will rotate like random way. In the same way we have the in the z-axis also. Okay. So now I'll do the staircase of this. So what I'll do means, I'll just delete the mesh over here. Okay. But the cube will be here. Okay. So it will go to the display setting, go to the show, click on all. So you will get that display. You will get the cube or the rectangle. Okay. So I'll just rotate this. Come to the channel editor. Okay. Okay, I'll make it this one as a 90-degree. So first thing what I'll do is, I'll freeze the transformation. Okay, so everything is freezed. Now apply the mesh network. Okay, the mesh network is applied. Now open the editor, select this. Then if you want, you can keep the number of points that you want. Now I'll increase the value of the direction y. See, you can see you, right? Now if you want, you can decrease the length, and I'll increase little bit size, the points. So like this you have to place it now. So the staircase is done. So let me increase little more points, much more points, and slightly I'll increase the distance. Now I'll go with the rotation y. Rotation x, you can do it, you can play with these values. So you can scale it little bit like this. Okay, you can scale it in this way. You can increase the points, you can increase the distance, y axis, we can do many more things. Okay, so understood now how to work with this thing. So that is done. So like this you can create a new staircase. Okay, so now I'll just delete the mesh and I'll just display setting show. I'll just click on the alt. So now I want to create a wall which is like in a circular format. So to do that, first what I'll do, I'll just come here, rotation on x-axis 90 degree. So again I'll freeze the transformation. So transformation has been freezed. So now I want to create something in a circular format, right? So to do that, first we need require a curves. I'll add this curve. You can scale it up how much you want. So add on the scaling. Now select this. Now let us add a mesh. Apply the mesh. Okay, so right now you will get it something like this. Select the mesh. Okay, so there's something called here. If you select the mesh, there's something called curve. Okay, so click on that, add curve node. So here we have to bring our knobs circle over here. So to do that, go to the outliner. Don't select this, just bring your cursor over here, hold the middlemost button and drag and drop over here. So we got the circle, right? So now once you done this, so we just need to increase the thing. Okay, steps, make it 1, and we have to play with this options. See, you can play it like this, offset along with the curve. Okay, roll amount. Okay, everything is nice. Now you can come to the mesh distribution. Okay, there's a mesh curve and this is the distribute. Okay, so you can play with this option. We can make it 0, this one. So now you can see it's in a circle format, right? If you want to increase, you can increase the points, it will become closer. So like this you can work on that. And if you want to increase in a something like the staircase, right? If you can create a staircase using this option, and you can bring it like this, okay. The rotation, it won't work over here because we added the the circle, so that's the reason. But you can work with the scales. Okay, so like this you can create something like this. So it's fun to work on this, right? So I'll just decrease little bit points now. So there's something called linear. Now I'll change to radial. So what happened, I got some weird kind of thing, right? So I'll just decrease the radius, then I'll go with the Z offset. Okay, Z offset is it will move like this. So I'll change the XY to YZ. Now I'll increase the radius. Okay, it's working like this. ZX. Okay, so you can see here. So it is also fun to work on this. Okay, see? You can play with this. So there's lots of things that you can work with this. So that's how you can use the mesh. Okay, so there are lots of options using the mesh, so we'll see one by one. Okay, so in this video I'll just I have just covered the how to create the stairs and how to create something wall which is in the circular format. Okay, so that's all from this video. Thank you.